Hey everybody, Karen Taylor here from A Scarlet Thread. We've had some questions about our summer class pass and we want to give you some details. I thought if maybe we talked to you, then maybe it would come through a little better than just an email with a bunch of words on it. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to kind of run down a little list and tell you what's going on. To begin with, Summer Class Pass is a collection of about 35 different classes given 3 times each at least, and so that means you have about 100 opportunities to take a class. The calendar and all will come up here in just a minute and I'll explain that to you, but in the meantime I want you to kind of take a look. Caitlin's on camera. Thanks, Caitlin. She's going to pan around and show you some of the stuff that we're going to be featuring in Class Pass. So over here you got like button boats, and you've got some cute little zip it ups. There's some quilty projects. There's some aprons. Around here you got some machine embroidery stuff. Over here we've got some more quilting. Over on this table, this is a great strippy rag rug. Everybody loves that. Use all your scraps up. But the bottom line is I want to sort of tell you what this is all about, sort of in layman's terms. Our class pass costs $50. For your $50, you can take as many of these classes as you want. Take them one time, you don't get it, take it again if the class is not full. The reason that we've done this is because a lot of times during the summer people are looking for things to get charged up for Christmas, and these are some great ideas for you, so this is the perfect time. Again, for that $50 you can take as many of these classes as you want, and it doesn't cost you any class fee. There is a supply list, however, and we'll go over that in a little bit, and you will be required to bring that with you. Okay, so let's talk about where to find the Class Pass booklet. If you go online to A Scarlet Thread, you'll see on our front page it says Summer Class Pass. If you click right on Class Pass, it will bring you up to 1, 2, 3, ta-da! It'll bring you up to this great page. We don't know how to pronounce this program that we're using. It's Isuzu or Izu or something. But you're going to see this little screen right here. Down here on the very bottom, Caitlin, can they see that? Mm-hmm. There's this little square. If you click on that little square right there, click, it's going to give you a full screen. And you're going to be able to go back and forth between the pages and read the entire class pass. All of the guidelines are here. And then on the next pages are the catalog. It gives you a great picture. You can get in there and scroll in and look at how big the pictures are. Actually, I think you have to hit this little button down here. But anyway, like here's the little Holly Hedgehog. She's got 2 scissors with her, which means that she really needs somebody who's a little bit more advanced than the beginner. 1 scissor is beginner, 2 scissors, beginner plus, 3 scissors, yeah, you might need to have some skills for that, okay? Teachers are awesome, classes are small. But go through here and you'll see what dates we're going to teach this. So let's talk about that. Let me look at my little cheat sheet over here and make sure. Oh, I'm coming back to that. It's on my list. Okay, so over here you'll see Lori and Ken. Well, Ken's way over there. They're putting out these brand new baby lock machines. This is Rachel. Rachel is a nice little machine to take to classes, so if you've never met her, please come by and meet her. But this is what's going to be available for you in our Class Pass classes. You will need to bring your own needles and your own bobbin. We're going to sell you some bobbins. Don't freak out, they're 50 cents a piece. And you're going to use those. The reason we want you to have your own bobbin is because when you wind a bobbin, you've got thread left on it, and you can still use that thread from the top spool of your sewing machine for anything else. So if it doesn't work in your machine, it's okay. Just put it on the spool and use it through your needle and get rid of that thread. Don't waste it. We're not going to supply the bobbins because you're going to want to take those home with you, so you get to buy them and bring them back to your other classes. However, if you have a baby lock machine, this is a class 15 bobbin, and you can just bring your own. So just bring the bobbins that you have. But if they are not baby lock bobbins and they're not a class 15, they are not going to fit in these machines, and you're going to think something's wrong with the machine when it really is just the bobbin. All right, so let's go back over here. Let me check down my list here. We're going to supply the sewing machines for you If you don't want to use them, bring your own machine. It's perfectly okay. We had some people whining about that, and I get it. I like sewing on my machine too. But we thought with 100 classes to offer, you would prefer just to have a machine here. If you don't want to take advantage of that, it's no big deal. There are only 8 people in each class, unless it's a specific class that doesn't require a sewing machine, or maybe there's only one class going on and we have all of our sewing machines prepared to go into one room. But what I'm saying here is that if you decide not to use the Rachel and you bring your own, no big deal. No harm, no foul. Do what you need to do. It's here if you want it. It's just a courtesy. All right, so in our embroidery class, we have 3 embroidery classes happening. We're going to supply the Destiny 2 machines. Now, this is a big deal because these big mamma jammas are like $15,000 a piece, and you'll get an opportunity to sew on them. It won't cost you any extra at all. Okay, so if you're in an embroidery class, we need for you to make sure that you read that supply list because you need to bring your jump drive so that we can give you that design. The only way to get that design is to be in that class. If you're taking a serger class, sergers are not provided. Sorry, couldn't get those. All right, so let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Cancellations must be made 5 working days before a class starts. We're really strict on this, you guys, because we'll have some waiting lists. If you don't cancel in time and we can't get in touch with someone, there may be an empty seat when there were 3 or 4 people waiting. So it's imperative that you get in touch with us so that we can get in touch with other people. 2 no-shows, sorry. Your class pass is void. We'll take you off all the list. It is not nice not to show. Don't sign up for a class that you're not sure that you can take. It's only the right thing to do. Teachers are on a timeline. This is a big deal. You must be on time and prepared to start sewing. If you can be here a couple of minutes early, so much the better. We're going to close the door to that class at 10 minutes after the start time. If you're not ready, if you're not here, if your stuff is not done, unfortunately, you won't be able to participate and you'll be considered a no-show. Please, please be ready. So let's talk about where to find your supply list. When you go to your computer, let me get back over to a scarlet thread. Basically speaking, let's see if I can get back over to where I was. Let's see. Or I'll just start over. Okay, go to a scarlet thread. Go right here to the top where it says calendar. Click on calendar. Find the class you want. Woohoo! Call, make sure that the class is available for you to be signed up. That's the only way you can sign up for past classes is if you call and we put your name on the list physically. We're not quite that technological savvy yet. But just say, for instance, you want to take this applique sunflower class. Put your little cursor right over the top of that and click. It's going to bring up this little window. It has the date and the time. Remember, these classes are given 3 different times, so make sure you've got the right date and time written in your calendar and that you're signing up for the right one. When you click on supply list right there, it'll pop up another window and there'll be a PDF for you. You can download it, you can print it, you can do whatever you want to. It's right there for you. On the second page, pre-cutting instructions. Make sure you have these things done before you come to class. So this will help you get the best and the most out of your classes. Let's see, I was looking at my list over here. Don't want to take a class pass, don't want to buy a class pass, $50 investment, that's perfectly okay. If you see something you want to take, when you go to the class pass brochure booklet, I have one printed here. It's going to tell you how long this class is. Zipper Techniques is 2 hours. It's going to cost you $10 to come. That's the equivalent of $5 per hour. So it's a lot cheaper than anything else I can think of. So how about let's have a great summer. Come prepared, come ready to sew, come for a stress-free time. Enjoy yourself here at a Scarlet Thread, and we'll see you at Summer Class Pass.